Hi guys, thanks so much for joining us. We are the Mosaic mobile platform team, and our e-course today is focused on member retention and how your mobile app, specifically our Mosaic 365 app, can boost your renewal rates. So I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Courtney Ross. I am the marketing strategist for the Mosaic mobile platform team, and today I am joined with my colleague Bethany Mills.
Hi, happy to be here.
And she is our go-to girl, the lead project manager for everything Mosaic. So she's going to show us specifically how to boost our renewal rates with Mosaic 365. And just to touch a little bit about our organization, we've been in business for over 10 years working to develop custom mobile solutions for the IMIS community. We actually support over 50 associations in the United States, Canada, Africa, and Australia. We have 6 mobile solution products tailored specifically to critical association challenges. And today we are focusing on the Mosaic 365 app. And as a Mosaic 365 app client, you are given unlimited technical support. So feel free to connect with us so you're making the most of your app. So what you'll learn in this e-series, we are going to touch on how to improve your membership lifecycle by adding in dynamic touch points. We're going to make your members' renewal experience as easy as clicking one button on their smartphones. And we're going to teach you how to configure the Mosaic 365 app to accept renewals for anniversary or annual memberships. So what we'll cover is why mobile renewals, the solution. We'll show you an example of how the renewals are in action. And then we'll show you the back end, and Bethany will walk through how you implement something like this on Mosaic 365. So why mobile renewals? Well, millennials account for about a fourth of the US population today, and they move almost 50% of the entire population as well. So they're very, very difficult to track down. But what we do know about millennials is that they're always on their phones. They're checking their phones about 150 times a day. Not only that, your average office coworker receives about 121 emails a day and checks about 66% of those emails on their phones. So it's very important that we reach our members where we know that they are, on mobile. So let's talk about the solution. We know that during the renewal process, you need to remind your members multiple times in multiple ways that they're due for renewal. The cost of paper renewals keeps going up and up. Plus, if your membership is moving as frequently as millennials are, you're going to see that cost rise in returned mail. With as many emails as we're getting every day, they're becoming more and more easily ignored. And let's face it, everybody procrastinates. I'm definitely one of those. So how easy would it be just to be able to renew by receiving an alert on your phone? So Bethany, could you show us what it's like to actually walk through this or receive a notification on your phone or a renewal notification on your phone?
Sure. So let's look at NIAG as an example. Many of you may be familiar with the National IMIS Users Group, may even be members. In fact, Data Impact Solution is a member. And my colleague Angie, the example we're going to use today, is the person on staff who is in charge of our membership. So on the screen right now, you can see on my phone an example of a renewal notification that NIAG could send to someone like Angie when their membership is up for renewal. By simply clicking on this push notification, I can open up the NIAG app, show me the alert, and then in the body of the message, I can click on the hyperlink, which is an auto login link that is set to take me to the renewal page for Angie. And it will open up the NIAG website to the renewal page and into their renewal process. The way they have their renewal process set up is that I click on the company name and then I can put in my payment information. And it's that simple.
Wow, it seems like somebody could renew within 2 minutes from their phone just by receiving that push notification. Now, how easy is it to actually set it up on the back end?
It's very simple. Let's take a look at the mobile command center for the Mosaic mobile app. This is the admin portal that is available for all Mosaic clients. To set up an alert, you would come over to this area here in the main menu. The first step is actually setting up who you're going to send it to. In IMIS, you would do this using an IQA. So setting up an IQA in your IMIS that pulls in the people you would like to send these renewal messages to. So you could select specific member types. You could also select a certain time period. So anyone within the next 30 days that has a paid through date or an expiration date could be pulled into this IQA. Once that IQA is set up, you can use that as your target group for the alert. Then you'll come in to create the actual alert itself. This first field here is the push notification. So this is something you want to be pretty catchy, something your users will want to click on. Then you have the body of the alert or the text. This is where you can really expand on the message. We have an editor that is provided in setting up alerts, so you can use different fonts, coloring, pictures, etc. But the most important piece is to make sure to include the auto login link that will take the user to the renewal page, which is hyperlinked with this action word right here. Now, auto login links, if you're not familiar, I'll pull up an example here on my screen. Auto login links, as I mentioned, are designed to take users to a specific place on your website and automatically log them in. They include a few different pieces. First, one you may be familiar with, the start is essentially like the other pages to your website. Then there is a section here that includes an encrypted ID that identifies who the user is that is clicking on the link. And then the last section here determines where the user is sent. So in this case, to the renew page. Once this is all put together and the user clicks on it within the app, it will take them, in this case, to the renew page itself. Now, auto login links are available for other pages too, but if you ever forget your auto login link for renewing, it's also available here in the information screen under app modules. There's a field called renew URL, and that's where you can grab the URL that we're using here as an example, but it would be specific to your organization. Once you have these two fields set up, then you'll select the target group, the IQA that you've already created, and then you need to decide when you're going to send it. Now, with all mobile app clients, Mosaic mobile app clients, you have the ability to either send an alert immediately, and if that was the case, I could send it out just as is by hitting send, or I can schedule it for the future. If I check this schedule alert box, some more options pop up. We have the option to set alerts to go out at different frequencies. So the most common use we found for retention is the monthly option, but just note that there are some more frequent options too. And then you can also set the day of the month that it's going to go out. So is it going to go out the first of the month? You would leave this as is and hit save and you're ready to go. But of course you can make any other changes that you'd like in order to satisfy your membership.
Wow, that seems pretty straightforward and simple and very customizable to each association's unique needs. Do you mind if I go ahead and ask you a few questions just about the functionality?
Sure.
All right, thanks so much. So the specific scenario that we reviewed today for the auto login functionality pertains to the retention or renewal URLs. Are we able to use that type of coding for, let's say, event registrations, or if we wanted to make a donation to a charitable cause or foundation through our association?
Sure. You wouldn't be able to use the exact link that we used today in the example, but one could be set up, an auto login link could be set up to take the user to either an event registration page, a donation page, or anywhere else on your website where you need them to be logged in.
So All the Mosaic 365 clients have the auto login for IMIS feature included in their package, correct?
Yes, exactly. Part of the Mosaic app implementation is to set up auto login for the mobile app itself. So all of our app clients have access to use these links within the app.
Great. And now this functionality works for annual renewals and anniversary renewals, correct?
It does, yes. And everything is determined based on the IQA group that you set up. So you can use the parameters in the IQA to determine who is pulled in. So we gave a few examples. You can either pull in all member types or specific member types, people that renew in the next 30 days or people that renew in the next 90 days. So those parameters are all within the IQA itself.
Wow, so you can really customize this. Let's say we wanted to only send push notifications to our student membership, since we know that they're most likely to receive the alerts on their phones rather than, let's say, a paper invoice. We would be able to make an IQA designed to target those members.
Exactly. You could even set up multiple messages and send it out, one out to each individual group if you needed to.
Wow, sounds like a marketer's dream. Um, but let's say somebody renews before the push notification's actually sent. Will they still receive the scheduled alert?
No, and that's the beauty of the IQA. They are dynamic, so they are only pulling in people that meet the parameters that you set up. So once someone renews, their paid through date is no longer 30 days in the future or 90 days in the future. It's a year from now, more than likely. So those people would no longer be pulled into the IQA and no longer would be part of the target group for the scheduled alert.
Gotta love technology. Wow. Thank you so much, Bethany, for answering some of my questions. And now that you guys know how to boost renewals using your Mosaic 365 app, we encourage you to play around in the back end and try it out on your next renewal series. Now, don't forget that Bethany does provide unlimited support to all Mosaic 365 clients. So if you have any specific questions, either about this e-course or about implementing push notifications, feel free to reach out to Bethany at bethany.m@dataimpactsol.com. We hope you enjoyed our e-course, and we'll see you again soon.